season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do?
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow. There's a wide right. Yellow. 46. I know he ain't got Chopper. Chopper. Chip. 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 Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 27, Mahomes is going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch out, watch out. Watch your team.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Set, ready. To the Pittsburgh. I'm going to come back to you. 56, bullet, now.
On first down, Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 25, check 25.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Watch the eye. Switch.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Mike 55. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 32-yard line.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check 26, check 26.
On 2nd down and 4. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
in your face.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
Ready? Check, hunt, 6, 4, 3. Come on. No. Check her out.
On second down, Dobbins. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Come on, QB, come on. Attack, attack. Charlie. No. 49.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Check 4.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Here we go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
On 3rd down, Dobbins, room past the 20, as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Right back to him on 1st down. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Check nickel.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, alert 3.
From the gun, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, defense, let's go. Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Check safety, check safety. Shoot. Go. Jim.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. 6 yards. Check. Hey, watch it. 66. Pull it. Half.
On second down now, Dobbins, and he'll be taken down at the 34.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
I'm coming. Kill.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's checking.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schwartz. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down.
Yellow. 180. Check 48. Come on. Get that quarterback.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, check Mike. Watching you go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Alpha. Check 37. Slam.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep down, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11.
SOS. Check 24. Check 30. Check. Crunch. 6 guys. Check.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check me out. Joe Trey. Come out. Whip. Watch the whip. Big edge. Showing it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a fourth down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The Ravens send their punter out now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Here we go.
Their own 37-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
On first down, Dobbins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Ready. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Let's walk. Check three.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
Come get some.
Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
It's 2nd down.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes, and he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. He's going to air one out for Anderson. He's got a man, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 43, 15. Come back. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no. 15, 15. Yellow. I don't need to. Shit. Take 4, take 4.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Mahomes again. And Anderson's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jim. Mike, 36.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, Ripley. 64, weak. Hey, Sunday. Check 24.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Motion.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be taken short.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, let's go, let's go, let's call him,
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
You got tight right there. Shit! Watch.
From the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Give me some.
Now Mahomes. That one complete to Anderson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
The last catch nearly got him at first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Hooked up by Jesse Bates. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
SOS, SOS, SOS. Shit, shit. Mike 51. Hey, defense. Check 24, check 24. Check 31, check 31. Crunch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins and the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Watch the whip. Begin. Showing it. Get it roll. West. Check.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. Take the outlaw. I'm coming after you. Check the backer. Check 55, Mike. Double dog. That's the way. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Boom. Check 99. Out.
On 3rd down, Dobbins, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Yellow.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field. But guess what? This one's now just about over.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He's going to take off with it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
It's a gain of 30. And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Tight dog. Tight.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Baltimore, they pick up win number 7 on the year.